Welcome students. Today's our topic is IoT data life cycle. Now, the life cycle of the data within the IoT system proceeds from the data production to aggregation, transfer or the optional filtering and the pre-processing, and finally to storage and archiving. So, querying and analysis are the endpoint that initiate the request and consume data production. But data production can be set to be pushed to the IoT consuming services. So, production, collection, aggregation, filtering and some basic querying are preliminary processes functionalities are considered online, communication, intensive operations, intensive pre-processing, long-term storage and the archival and in-depth processing analysis are considered offline storage intensive. Now, intensive operations. Now, storage operations aim at making data available on the long term for constant access or the update, while archival is concerned with the read-only data, since some of IoT system may generate, process and store data in network for real time and localized servers. So, with no need to propagate this data further up to the concentration point in the system, edge that combine both processing and storage element may exist an autonomous unit in the cycle. Now, in the following points we have to be discuss about the each and element of IoT data life cycle, and they are the different. As these are seeing about the complete life cycle of, in this figure we are showing the life cycle of the IoT life cycle, in which there are the different starting from the querying and then the producing, querying, then producing, okay, and then processing, then storing, updation, delivery, and then again the updation of that one, or we have to be produce, collect, filter or aggregate, then deliver, then again the processing or analyzing part of the there, that is the pre-process and the store and updation of that, and then archiving. So, this is a data life cycle of IoT. Now, come on one by one the elements of IoT data life cycle. First one, the querying. Data intensive system rely on querying as a core process to access and retrieve the data. So, in the context of IoT, a query can be issued either to request real-time data to be collected for temporal monitoring purpose or to receive a certain view of the data stored within the system. So, the first case is typical with a real-time request for data is needed, and second case is representing the more globalized view of data and in-depth analysis of trend patterns. Now, the second one is element is production. So, data production is that involve the sensing and transferring of data by the things within the IoT framework and reporting this data to interested parties periodically. That may be as in the subscribe or notify model in that way, and pushing it up the network to aggregate point and subsequently to database servers, or sending it as a response triggered by the queries that request the data from sensor and smart objects. So, data is usually time stamped and possibly geo stamped, and can be in the form of simply key value pairs, or it may concern the rich audio, image, video content with varying degree of complexity in between. Now, another element is collection. So, collection, the sensor and smart objects within the IoT may store the data for a certain time. So internal or report it to the governing component. So data may be collected at a concentration points over the gateway within the network, where it is further filtered and processed and possibly that fused into the compact form for efficient transmission. So wireless communication technologies such as Zigbee, Wi-Fi and cellular are used by objects to send data to collection points. Now, the aggregation or the fusion. So transmitting all the raw data out of the network in real time is often prohibitively expensive given the increasing data streaming rate and the limited bandwidth. So aggregation and fusion techniques deploy the summarization and merging the operations in real time to compress the volume of data to be stored and transmitted. Now the next point is delivery. As the data is filtered, aggregated and possibly processed either at the concentration points or at the autonomous virtual units within the IoT, so the result of these processes may need to be sent further up the system, either as final response or for storage in and in-depth analysis. So wired or wireless, you can say broadband communication may be used there to transfer data to permanent data stores. Then the pre-processing. Pre-processing, the IoT data will come from different sources with varying formats and structures. Data may need to be reprocessed to handle the missing data, remove redundancies and integrate the data from the different sources into the unified schema before being communicated to storage. So this pre-processing is known as procedure in data mining called the data cleaning. Schema integration does not imply brute force fitting to all the data into a fixed relational schema, but rather a more abstract definition of consistent way to access the data without having a customized access for each source's data formats. So probabilities at different level in the schema may be added to the phase to be added into this phase to IoT data items in order to handle uncertainty that may be present in data or deal with the lack of trust and may exist in data sources. Now the next element is storage or update archiving. So this phase handles the efficient storage and the organization of data as well as the continuous updation of the data with new information as it become available. So archiving refers to the offline long-term storage of data that is not immediately needed for the system ongoing operations. So the core centralized storage is a deployment of the storage structure that adapt to the various data types and frequency of data capture. So relational database management system are a popular choice that involve the organization of data into a table schema with predefined interrelationship and metadata for efficient retrieval at later stage. So NoSQL key value stored are gaining the popularity as storage technologies for their support of big data storage with no reliance or on the relational schema or strong consistency requirement typically of the relational database system. So storage can also be decentralized for autonomous IoT system. where data is kept at an object that generate it and is not sent up the system. However, due to the limited capabilities of such objects, storage capacity remains the limited in comparison to the centralized storage model. Now, the last element is processing or the analysis. This phase involves the ongoing retrieval and analysis operation performed and stored and archive the data in order to gain the insight into historical data and predict the future trend, or to detect the abnormalities in the data that may trigger the further investigation or the action. So, task specific pre-processing may be needed to filter and clean the data before meaningful operations take place. So, when an IoT subsystem is autonomous and does not require the permanent storage of its data, but rather keeps the processing and storage in the network, then in network processing may be performed in response to real time or the localized queries. So, these are all about this life cycle, IoT data life cycle elements. Okay, thank you to all of you. Thank you to everyone.